Okay, all right, all right. Mr. Robert Childers, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us with your first name, last name, and go.
All right, so yeah, my name is Robert Childers, born and raised here in Escondido, and then went to Cal State San Marcos for my college. Married, happily married, in case my wife is watching, but of course, happily married, love of my life. Just got married right before COVID, which was awesome. We had a great ceremony and all that. Getting into kind of how I became, real estate agent and everything. Right out of high school, I actually wanted to become a firefighter, be a paramedic. And as soon as I graduated high school, I was already going into EMT schooling, and I was an EMT for a bit. And actually messed up my back pretty bad. And it turns out I have an extra lumbar vertebrae. It never fused with my last sacrum. And so I kept having these back issues going on. And back then, unlike now, the fire department was super impacted. And it was like, hey, you're lucky to even get a job like to be on top of in the fire department. And so I had to really kind of step back and be like, all right, is this what I want to do? And I'm always going to be kind of more safe with things, and I wanted to make sure I had a fallback plan. So I took all my credits that I had and actually transferred over to kinesiology, which is like study of the body and everything. And I was doing anatomy and physiology and got my degree there. And right out of college, I was actually working with a place called Nutrition Zone. And I was working with them for 7.5 years. I was running some of their stores and district manager and stuff. And my brother on the side, I was working my butt off. I mean, I'm talking about like 70 hours a week, putting in the time. If someone wasn't open the store, I'm down there doing the hiring, doing the training, doing the inventory, doing all the stuff. And I keep looking at my brother, who at the time bought a house, buying a second house, getting a nice car. And I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing? Like, God, this guy's making way more money than I am. And turns out he was doing timeshare, and he was working at Welk Resorts. And that guy could sell, ice to an Eskimo, And so he goes, dude, just come over. I'll take you under my wing. Get into sales. Like, you're good. You're personable and whatnot. You know how to relate to people. Like, just come over, try it out. All right. So I jumped over to sales. It was 100% full commission. And it was kind of nerve-wracking. I mean, yeah, 100% full commission. If you didn't make your commission, you're going to make hourly. No one really wants to make hourly, right? What kind of life? It's hard to live, maybe the life you want with that. And so jumped into it, got my real estate license, and I did that for about 4 years. And then COVID hit, and the whole world kind of shut down, right?
So let me ask you about this real quick. So you were doing timeshares. Did you naturally just excel in it, or was there a struggle learning like the scripts, the dialogues, the closing?
So it was a struggle to begin, and it's tough because they do give you the scripts. They give you all that stuff. And me, I'm like, buy the script, buy the book, gonna do everything. And then you quickly realize, like, no, you got to throw yourself in there. You got to put a spin on it, relate to people. Yeah, sometimes the scripts are good to go off of, but throw that to the side. You know what I mean? Like, engage with the people and find out how it's going to benefit them, because it's not for everyone,
Yeah.
And once I became more real on the tables and stuff, it was starting to click a lot more. And so I was actually one of the sales managers over there. They have an exit program. It's called Auditions, which is you try it before you buy it, which I swear by, because that was kind of me. I'm like, dude, if I was sitting across the table and I'm sitting for 2 hours and I'm like, wait, you want me to spend how much right now? I got to make this decision. No, for me, I'd want to try it first. So I got into that department, and then I just excelled from there.
And because you believed it.
100%. And anytime you're doing, sales, talking to someone, you got to believe in it. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And so, so once I figured that out, and that was kind of my little niche and stuff, I loved it. Went from there, and then, like I was saying, 2020 hit, the whole world stopped, and everything was closing down left and right. And unfortunately, the resort I was working at, they closed down, let go of everyone. But like I said, I already had my real estate license prior. And so I want to give a little shout out to my wife, my brother, a couple other people too. Good friend, Gio Ruiz. A lot of them were like, dude, you should do real estate. Like, you already got your license. You'd be good at it. You know how to connect with people. everyone wants a house. You're more helping people now. Like, this would be a great fit. Like, just give it a shot. What do you have to do right now? No one's hiring.
Yeah.
Do real estate, dude. So I was like, all right, let me kind of see, right? So Gio brought me in, obviously interviewed with you, and right away it was a click. And it wasn't just Gio. I had multiple people, Aaron and I.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed if we're supposed to be doing shout outs here or whatnot, but Aaron and I, if you're watching, he swore by you, and a lot of other people like to go. Ivan, he knows his stuff. He has a good team. He's motivated. He's young. You guys will mesh, and that's really what I wanted, was somewhere I can go into leadership and all that, and kind of get under someone's wing. And that's kind of where it's been,
So you got into real estate,
so got into it. Another thing too, my dad and grandpa, they were real estate. They were builders here in California. Then they moved up to Oregon.
Wow.
My parents divorced at a young age, but I was with them, maybe a fourth of my life or something. And they were always kind of like, real estate, being a builder. Hey, come do the family thing. And as a kid, you're like, no, come on. I'm going to do my own thing. I want to do my own thing.
I want to be a firefighter.
Yeah, I want to be a firefighter. What kid doesn't want to be a firefighter? That or astronaut.
Yeah.
And so I'm scared of heights, so that didn't work out. But and so come full circle, it's kind of nice because I am here. I lost my dad 2012. And it's kind of nice to see, like, hey, like, again, full circle. I am doing real estate now.
Yeah, and one day you might be a builder.
Yeah, and it's funny. A lot of family jokes, like, man, it's in the blood.
Yeah.
It's in the blood because they were obviously successful, and my short time so far found great success.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of just how I found myself where I am right now.
Yeah, no, you instantly jumped into real estate, and instantly it was like you were already talking the language. You jumped into it. You were instantly, I think within your first month, you were into escrow.
Yeah. I was writing an offer in my second weekend.
That's crazy. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So why do you love, like, obviously you love it because you're really good at what you do. Why do you love selling real estate?
I think the number one thing is I just always loved helping people. And even like when I was at my old job, being a manager, I was a lot more successful because I wanted the agents to succeed, and when they succeeded, I succeeded. And with this, like, everyone wants a home, like, who does, that's old school, the American dream, you know what I mean? And
goal.
so being able to help people with that, and it's not like some people get the superhero agent complex, and they're just like, oh, I'm going to do this, and me, and I was able. No, hold on. First of all, it's for them. It's great that we help and we assist. But at the end of the day, you got to have their needs in it. And just the fact of being able to see, especially with when they have little ones and stuff, you know what I mean? And like seeing the family who maybe didn't think that they believed that they could do it, and now and then you lay it out for them, and being able to guide them through it, because at the end of the day, it's their journey.
Yeah.
We're just helping them get through that journey and accomplish. So just the feeling of being able to help people with that reward, obviously at the end of the day, got to make some money too, right?
Yeah.
But the money will come. It's about being able to help these people accomplish their goals. And just when they get teary-eyed, when you're handing those keys over, they can't believe it. And now it kind of grows to like, you can help the guy who already has 10 other properties and help him get another one.
Yeah.
Those are nice and everything, but it's getting those first-time home buyers. That's where you really feel like, wow, like this job is awesome.
Well, and one thing I can add to that is, I think being in timeshare and being in sales, like, you're a great negotiator. And so even like those investor clients that I know you've worked with in the past, like, you've been able to get them an amazing deal, negotiate great terms for them.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something also too that, like, I love seeing you do, is helping those first-time home buyers, but also love seeing you when you negotiate some killer deals for people, or get some killer deals, or even be creative to structure that.
Yeah. And just to fall back on that, I remember when I was able to get my brother his third property.
Yeah.
And talk about great deals. We got this thing locked in, and he almost blew this in this market right now, right? It's pretty crazy to get something at or below ask. And my first 3 transactions, not only were they below ask, I was getting concessions. Like, we're getting buyer credits. And I remember everyone else going like, what the heck? And I didn't know better, right? Yeah. So we planned it in our head. A lot of it's like, oh, in this market, there's no way you can do that. No, I didn't know anything. Blinders were on. I was just focused on, let me get this deal done. And that confidence that you portray, not knowing any wiser, really goes a long way. And I remember my brother, we were able to get this place in Carlsbad. I'll just use arbitrary pricing here, but it was a little over 600,000 that he got, and he almost blew it because he wanted concessions back as we're showing bank statements of like, hey, we don't need concessions basically, and putting 20% down.
Yeah.
And I was like, Corey, stop messing with this. Like, let's move forward. Like, you gotta do. Okay. He finally trusted me. Those things just a year later jumped up 30% in price.
Crazy.
And it was all about finding, okay, what's the seller's motivation, right?
Yeah.
How are we going to get this offer accepted, getting it locked in, and then building that relationship with the listing site too, so they can feel like they can trust you, just not another person calling on the phone, hey, what can I do to get my offer accepted? No, you kind of get that little buddy thing going with them and stuff, and now they feel like, oh, I know this guy. Oh, this guy's good. He's going to get it closed.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though you never even met him in person.
Yeah, you got to become buddies with them, build that relationship.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I love that. Robert, where can your friends, consumers find you?
As far as you can find me on Instagram.
Yep.
Like that, yeah. So Robert Childers, Realtor.
Okay.
And then obviously always in the office.
Yeah, and then what's your phone number?
Yeah. Oh, phone number 760-484-2892.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Robert.
Appreciate it.